things. Internal screamings. It's fine. Did I write an ending for this?
Yes.
Oh, that's so good. Oh, I did write an ending for this.
You did. I did read it. I forget what it says now, but I did read it.
Oh, and you know what? That was all out of my own head. I'm not the generation that uses ChatGPT for everything yet. Just burn down a few rainforests. It's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. That's Aaron. I'm Jade. This is Unapologetic Introverts, episode 66. And we're both fucking dying today
Yeah.
on so many levels. Right now, it's the tattoo itch.
It's tattoo itch. It's internal rage.
Heat exhaustion.
Heat exhaustion. Yeah. Talking about the weather in southern Ontario. Freaking
And now it's cold.
wild. And now it's not cold. It's lovely. This is the perfect temperature.
It was good until Bob opened all the windows wide open, and I was like,
No, this
in
is
the kitchen.
perfect because you just throw a hoodie on.
I didn't have a hoodie on at the
I
time.
could sleep in this. I'm also already in my pajamas. So
Yes,
booyah.
exactly.
I'm ready to go home, have lasagna.
I wondered what was cooking for 2 hours.
This is the only thing that always takes 2 hours to cook. Stop scratching.
I'm not scratching.
You're making me itchy.
I'm moving.
Anyways. Aaron and Jade got tattoos. So exciting. Everybody hates it except for us. We love it.
They hate your tattoo?
No, everybody, well.
What?
There was a moment. I showed my older sister and she's like, well, that's a choice. And I'm like, yeah, well, it's my choice. No, she was all right about it. She just went, oh, that's big. And I was like, yeah, I know. And she's like, oh, I guess I'm the favorite child again. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Yeah, you are. It's fine.
It's better than Bob going, so are you going for a sleeve? I go, yep. Just don't make it look ugly.
Yeah, because I would pay that much money to make it ugly.
To have something permanently on my body forever.
No.
Don't make it look ugly.
Bobbert, calm down.
He'll get over it until next month when I go back. And then he'll be grumpy again.
And one day, none of this will matter.
Exactly.
Inevitable heat death of the planet.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
fine.
Oh my God.
What? Okay. So, yeah. So I went first.
Yes.
It would be last Wednesday now. No, 2 Wednesdays ago now. Right? When this
Nope.
comes out?
Well, yes.
Yeah. It'll be 2 Wednesdays ago now when this comes out.
Yes.
That I got my forearm. Yeah, forearm. Yeah,
I don't
that's
know
it.
the body.
Yeah, the top of my forearm
Sure.
tattooed very heavily,
Very heavily.
and I did well. Oh,
Yeah.
my tattoo artist said I sat so good, and I was like, "Girl, I read too many books. Don't do that. Calm down." No, she was really awesome. Endorsement right now, Alana at Bellwood's Tattoo. Also, I believe the owner of Bellwood's Tattoo, which is so sick.
That's really fun.
Yeah, because she's like only a year older than me, and I'm like, girl, oh, that's so cool.
There's-
We went to OCAD at
There's
the
hope.
same time.
Why does everyone go to
I don't know.
OCAD?
Every OCAD graduate / dropout tattoo artist, except for me, because I was an idiot.
Yet.
We'll see. Who knows?
There is time.
I keep thinking about the logistics of it. I'm like, I don't know.
You don't have to do it full time.
Well, apparently, according to all of the tattoo artists out there ever, they're like, you have to do it always full time. Like,
Well,
forever. It
according
needs
to
be
my own research, you can't do it full time because
Apparently.
there's not enough clients.
Yeah, true. But you know what? There's not enough clients for design work either. So guess what? It's just a revolving door.
50-50. And then you'll be full time.
Yeah, exactly. It's fine.
Exactly.
Whatever. What the is? I don't understand point 3. I know I'm skipping over books for now because I know you don't have a major update, do you? Yeah. I just really want to know what point 3 is.
Okay. So, and I'll jump back to my shoulder in a minute.
Yeah.
Our last post,
It's distracting
our
me.
last weekend post, it was, what do you want to hear from us? Jake went, I want to hear about there. I'll read the comment. He left a comment on our Instagram.
Who?
Jake.
Like Jake D?
Yeah.
Sir.
I want to hear about Jade and Aaron's tattoo adventures and if she's going to become a super tatted chef.
Oh, yep. He had this conversation with me the other day. I was like, yeah, sure, totally. I'm a cook. They'll do it. No,
So I said, it's chef.
Okay, I get it because he knows that I do cook things. I do cook very well when I make the effort to cook and bake. So I just don't do it anymore because I burnt myself out during COVID real hard on that.
Fair.
Cooking every meal ever. Yeah. There was nothing better to do. So that's what that means. Oh, that's cute. Anyways, so I finished my tattoo. And then like 4 days later, Jade was like, I'm going to get three days later. That's even shorter. I'm going to get myself a tattoo, but it's not going to just be one. It's going to be a series of a whole arm sleeve. Challenge accepted. Yeah? Yeah. And first stop was shoulder.
I don't know what possessed me. I barely felt a thing.
I know. I was so curious. I was like, isn't that just going to like radiate through the ball and like, you know, all the tendons and crap in your shoulder? Like nothing.
Even when she got close to my armpit. I couldn't even feel it at one point.
What did you do? Like numb your shoulder?
Nope.
No. It's the sun, maybe. Sun damage.
But the thing is, the sun was only up on the very, very top.
Yeah, I feel like that would be the hurty spot.
Up here, it didn't hurt per se. I could feel it vibrating on the other side of me. And I was just like, this is weird.
That's so strange.
Like, what hurt more was my hand being asleep.
Because you didn't want to move it.
Well, and because she was like leaning on my arm.
Oh, yeah.
So my hand was asleep. What hurt more was taking off the second skin yesterday.
Oh, God, second skin. I
had 3 pieces.
I'm actually going to take more of the tattoo artist's advice now and just not do it anymore when I get tattoos.
Yeah.
Unless it's somewhere that I know like it's going to get. But honestly, it's been such a better process not having to wear that.
It was fine while it was on and I've never had a reaction to it, but it was red as fuck last night and it hurt.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I feel like I have a sunburn.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, tattoos typically do that, but yeah.
But it wasn't the tattoo. It was just everything else. And
just radiating.
It wasn't itchy, which was good, but there was like red bumps everywhere. Thankfully, it's gone now. So
that's good.
Hopefully, Katie's chill with not doing that next time.
Honestly, it's been a way better process for me than having to even think about removing. I imagined removing that, and I was like, girl, no, don't put it on my arm. Don't do it. You can. I looked like I had a broken arm because I was wrapped in neon orange like medical tape.
Would she have done it if you said yes?
Yeah, she was. Okay. She was like, "Are you sure you?" She's like, "What do you want? You know, like, what do you do traditionally?" Okay. And I was like, "Oh, I usually use the Sanoderm, the second skin stuff." And she's like, "Oh, okay, well, that's no problem. We can do that." And I was like, on second thought, though, this is like really big, and I'm thinking that's gonna suck to peel off. She's like, "That's probably a good choice because it will really suck."
I didn't know if maybe like with very, very heavily inked larger tattoos, they didn't do that because I'm not adverse in the tattoo industry.
Yeah.
But okay, so it's still a thing. It's just like literally your choice.
Yeah, she was like, "Oh, it's totally your choice. I respect it either way, but you know, like, it's gonna suck to peel off." I was like, "Yeah, you know what? I remember peeling off the bunny tattoo, and that sucked a lot. So we're not gonna repeat that."
It's so nice while it's on. You don't have to worry about it. But then I'm just like, all right.
Wait till you have to peel that sucker off.
I should peel that off. It peeled off like okay until it started breaking.
Oh, really? It broke?
Yeah.
That's weird.
I think the nails.
Oh, because you're pulling. Yeah.
Pulling down and not up and being in the shower. But then like, I don't want my hands to be soaking wet.
So many freaking people pull them off dry and I'm like, how?
No. I pulled it off. Like my other one, I just like ran under the tap and did it. But like I can't fit my shoulder in the tap. But then I'm like, my nails I was in the shower for literally half an hour. I was like, these are not supposed to be hot and wet all the time. It's gonna make them fall off soon.
Oh no.
So I was like, in stream, out of the stream, in the stream, out of the stream.
Didn't want to use lukewarm water.
Well, it wasn't like beating hot because I figured it would hurt, but I was just like, oh my God. It took forever. And then it was hard to like reach around.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, don't scratch it while you're pulling.
Ugh. And you've got nails too, so it's even more tricky.
So yes, the sleeve has started. I don't think my grandma has seen my recent profile picture on Facebook where you can kind of see it.
It's so cute though. I love it. It's so pretty. And it's like, it's going to be such a masterful work of art.
So like, we'll just keep going on the weekend. We'll keep getting donuts. Maybe not 6 at a time.
Yeah, I'm going to cut back on the donuts thing. It's not helping, but you know.
Hey, I'm
down for one.
They're in the freezer.
It's fine. I have none left because of my father. Mad.
And then hopefully we just get parking every time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we'd have any issue really, unless something like festival-y is going on.
Yeah. So July 26th
is the next session.
Excited.
So excited for you. I
was like, what's the next one? I'm like, I don't know. I'll figure out when I get there.
It's a surprise. It's kind of actually fun.
Yeah. I know it's going to look good.
She like whipped that drawing out and I'm like, God damn it. Don't do this to me. Because now I'm like full out jealousy about this.
Well, it's funny because when I sent her my message and was like, hey, like, can we combine? Can we do this?
Yeah.
What's next? She didn't answer what was next. I was like, surprise.
Even she doesn't have a clue what's next. My guess, and I don't want to call her out on it, but I know the creative world. She does this shit the night before,
which is totally fine.
It still turns out beautiful, so I can't complain, honestly.
Very, very happy.
Sick.
And I just want to like, show it off.
Yeah.
Like I do not like my arms. I'm just like, look at me, look at my shoulder,
look at me.
So, still very, very happy about that.
I don't like being perceived, but look at me. I do the same thing. Look at my arm. Look at it. Look at it.
Look at it. Embrace it.
Embrace it.
Okay. Quick book update.
Yes.
I had finished Game Changer.
Yeah.
It was like meh. Crescent City Books got here the day after we recorded.
Yep.
No duties.
Read through all of them?
No, I haven't even touched them. No duties. They're beautiful. They arrived intact. We love. And then I started and finished Novel Love Story by Ashley Poston.
Oh yeah, how was that?
Oh my God, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
I gotta read that.
Oh, that and 7 Year Slip. If anyone needs a book, those two. She has like more, which I saw when we were at Indigo because I got another jelly cat. Those I've only read those two, but I love her writing.
Yeah,
and it's not like it's like a gooey romance. They're just so good.
It's down to earth, like real kind of romance.
I'll show you a paragraph that I sent to Sydney, and I was like, I can't. She's in my fucking brain. Like I just connect.
The writing is
with
that
the character.
good.
It's so good, and they're so short. It almost made me cry like 3 times.
Oh my gosh, I have so many works like that you just like you connect with the writing, and it's like, oh, this is perfect, and then it just ends, and you're like,
the concepts so far have been so fun. 7 Year Slip, there's like a magical time traveling apartment.
Sick.
This one, she gets stuck in her favorite author's made up world.
That makes me think, like, the first one makes me think of, do you remember the books like Treehouse?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. With the kids who...
There's fucking, like, silly-ass fucking pigeons.
Fucking pigeons!
Who are in, like, both realities.
Oh my God, that's beautiful.
And then, yeah, like, the getting stuck in, like, the book, but, like, nobody knows. Oh, it's so good. It was so good. I don't know what I'm going to read next. But I think I only have 10 books left after my goal.
Wow.
I think we hit 40.
And then you can read or listen to
Lights Out.
Yes. And then what the fuck is it called? The one that I'm currently
Caught Up?
reading. I was going to say it's Caught Up.
Yeah.
It's 26. I'm on chapter 26. Not bad.
Is that where you were last year?
Yeah.
Last year. Yeah.
Yep. Last year. For the accurate.
Jesus Christ.
So accurate for me.
It's fine.
It's really freaking hot out.
Yeah, like we said, it has cooled down, but holy crap.
Are you mocking? Are you mocking? Are you marking these off because they are not disappearing?
Rude.
It's hot.
Hot as balls.
Hot. What do you say? It's fucking the temp of Satan's asshole outside. I'm gonna die. And I said it's 100 and fuck you degrees. Hot shit out there.
Oh, it was so hot.
It was disgusting. It was when I went to get my tattoo. That was like the day that it all began to get really hot, and
it slowly creeped up. The weekend wasn't terrible.
Oh gosh, no, it wasn't.
When we were in Toronto, it wasn't terrible. But then Monday it was 34. Yeah. I don't want to know what it was with the humidex.
It was like 40 something. It was so gross.
It was disgusting.
And I feel like we have way more days of that.
It's gonna be hot and humid all fucking summer.
Called it.
Can't wait.
So good. You know, I do appreciate summer, but I like days like this where it's so neutral out and you can go outside and you don't feel like you're blasted, you know?
Like 23.
Yeah.
A nice breeze.
Perfect.
Partially cloudy is okay. I don't need to be blasted by the sun.
Yeah, it's fine.
I just want to be able to go outside. And I literally walked outside on Monday with my sunglasses on my face. Fogged. Instantly. Yeah. I was like, ew. This is nasty.
Nasty.
So that's that. It's going to be cold all weekend, I think.
You know what? I'm actually fine with that.
I think it's supposed to rain all weekend.
Really? Some people were like, it's not supposed to rain. It's supposed to be a good weekend. I was like, are you just being hopeful?
Did it change?
I don't know.
No, it's supposed to be sunny on Sunday, and that's about it. Ew, it's going to get hot again.
Barf. Ew. Welcome back to Monday, like, barbecue season.
Yeah, it's supposed to rain tomorrow, Saturday, be sunny Sunday, rain Monday, Tuesday.
That's fine.
It's not terrible. I got no long weekend plans, do you?
No. Pending on all of this apartment nonsense.
Yeah.
We will see. Oh, cross fingers for me.
Yes, and toes.
I'm gonna force Matthew to clean up his little micro room so we don't have to move that shit when it comes down to it, because it is a mess.
You have a helpful mover if you need one.
Oh, thank you. Oh, it'll probably be pretty easy to move most of my shit.
Yeah. No, you don't have a lot of... But just all the Squishmallows.
Yeah, but they're already still in bags.
Yeah.
Because I had to refloor my room, so...
Honestly, put them in like a vacuum seal bag and just vacuum seal them.
I have so many of those.
They would look hilarious. You could probably knock a fucker out with those.
I can knock fucker out right now with the giant like construction bags full of Squishmallows. You know what? I look forward to the room that is just dedicated to the mallow.
Just you go in there and that's where you scream.
Scream. Yeah.
Just fall into a pit and scream.
Cool. Yeah, I'm over this week. Everyone's over this week. I was over last week. Last week was...
It just hasn't let up.
And you know what? I was
Our tattoos were
excited about to get the tattoos and stuff, and we had such a good time.
And then the book was great, but then other than that,
it's just been like one thing after another at work. Like the weather, like just let me go.
I think we should have tomorrow off and just have like an extra long weekend.
Yeah. Do you get Monday off at all? Or no?
Yeah, I have Monday and Tuesday off.
Sick. You got lucky too.
I think they realized that everyone was going to book Monday off and that there would be no one at work.
I'm pretty sure that's why a majority of the companies are just like, fuck it. We're just taking Monday off. So, yeah. My natural days off are Monday, Tuesday. So, doesn't affect me at all.
Minus class. Minus class.
Nope.
Yeah.
They closed.
No, I know. That's what I mean.
They closed the school.
That sucks.
Yeah, minus a class.
Minus what, 3 now?
Yo, Jesus. These kids are never getting an education.
Nope.
It's okay. The only reason I'm sad about it is because I like hanging out with them so much.
Yeah. Well, you'll get to see them again.
They're like my highlight of the week, and then the rest of the week's just kind of like coasting, and I really enjoy doing that. So, anyways, new comment from Max.
Yeah, episode 52, Let's Get Wild. One day ago, she said she was listening on June 25th. Her dad finally did her taxes last week, so she feels she paid.
Yes. I'm not alone.
She has a song recommendation. It's Anything of Trans Violet. It's one of her favorite bands. She said they kind of sound like Halsey. I think I've heard a couple songs. All My Love is her most recent song that she's had on repeat, but her fave is one called Undo.
It's called Trans Violet.
Yes.
We just not veterans. Come on.
Interesting band name.
Yep. Trans veterans. We love it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I have heard some of this.
Possible.
It's quite possible with the
We listen to a lot of stuff.
wild amount of music that we listen to. I know it only sounds like we listen to Sleep Token, but we actually do listen to a lot of different music.
Considering how many concerts we've been to this year.
Yes. Oh,
We just got more concert tickets too.
yeah, we forgot to do that in the update.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So I don't know if we updated them. We are seeing the Beaches in November, and then 3 days later we're gonna go see the band Camino.
It's going to be so good, though.
Really
That's
good.
going to be a good
I'm
week.
really excited. $7 parking.
$7 parking. And none of this is on a Wednesday, correct?
No, Thursday and then Sunday.
Sick.
Yeah.
Great. Excellent.
Someone went pee upstairs.
It's fine.
And that's supposedly the week that I'm supposed to be in Florida. But you know what? If I really want to go, I can fly out on the Monday. It's fine. I don't think I want to go.
It's okay. Florida's a sinking place anyways.
It is. Also, just saying, the day that we would normally fly out, over $600 to fly there, $900 per person to fly back.
What?
To Florida.
What? What is this? Like
Two flights only during the day with no stops. There's like a ton of them that you could make a 2-hour flight, 18 hours. Why would you want to?
Why?
Why?
What? Okay, it sounds like a nightmare, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I don't know. I don't know.
Last update, while I assume you're searching for a shower thought.
I'm searching for a shower.
Okay. I got a notification today from my shop app, and it was like, new package from UPS. I was like, okay.
It's fake.
It's not fake.
Wait for it. It's that thing.
It's one of the things. And it didn't tell me what it was in the shop app, so I had to go to my email, and I was like waiting. I was like, come on, refresh.
The Wi-Fi sucks here. I just want my emails.
My American Candy vinyl finally shipped.
No way.
Where's the fucking Paris vinyl?
That is apparently missing with no updates. That feels like me, where I was just like, well, is this band going to send me stuff?
Yeah.
Or did they just take my money?
Yeah.
I don't even remember seeing the money go out of my bank, so I'm a little concerned for them.
Oh, my money left. It left in January.
But that's okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure when that was showing up, but
It showed up with a note.
And it's so nice. A handwritten note that said, thank you for supporting us.
And putting it out into the universe, so you have to do it. You're going to send them art.
Yes. Because return address was on there, fools. Now you'll be inundated with my artwork.
Sorry, not sorry.
No, definitely not sorry. Shower thought.
Yes, please.
It's very short.
Okay.
A group chat named after you is the one you're least likely to be in. Ooh. That's
Yikes.
dark. Dark, dark, dark. And someone says, I have a group chat called My Wife's Name.
Oh.
It consists of me, my wife, and her parents.
Why is it called your wife's name then?
Oh, sorry. Why would you not put that in the rest of the friggin'
God.
air quotes? Okay, it's called My Wife's Name Fan Club.
Ah, okay.
So it's like Joni's fan club.
Yeah.
But in that it's him or them, my wife, and her parents. That's so random. Fan club.
Random.
My family's group chat is named Deceased Pet's Nickname Fan Club.
Oh.
What?
These people are weird.
What? Time to get some lives, people. Well, not the pet, but you know. Pet cemetery shit going on there.
Oh, dear.
Anyway, that was an exciting shower thought.
A simple one. What is your day list?
My day list.
Hopefully they're not crappy enough that we can read them today.
Oh, it's gonna be terrible.
I'll give you Sydney's too.
Oh,
she sent me hers this afternoon, and I was like, I don't understand.
Oh God, it's not worth it.
No.
Rock on alternative metal evening.
Okay.
You listen to Romantasy.
How is what?
And yeah, how is this related? I have no clue. Romantasy and modern rock in the evening. Try some rock on, rock-ish, alternative metal, not a phase, heavy, alternative rock. Cool, let's just go into Romantasy just for funs.
Yeah, because one of these things is not like the other.
Yeah, but it's always like the other. Guess what the first song is?
Is it Sleep Token?
Yeah, guess what the song is?
Is it the one I can't pronounce?
No.
Oh. Is it Past Self?
No, it's Provider, because this is Romantasy we're talking about. Followed by Something Blue by Voila, which just checks so hard. And then Red Velvet by Jutes and Ari Abdul. Just all of the songs that I have downloaded onto this phone are in this list.
It's just like check.
Green checks everywhere.
All right, I'll give you Sydney's for this afternoon.
Sydney!
It was at 2:59. Perplexed vocalist Thursday afternoon.
Yeah, that checks.
Here's some vocalists. Perplexed, rom-com, situationship, Pink Pilates Princess, Poppy. Inspired by your listening on yada yada yada.
Okay, Sydney, what are we listening to?
She always has Pink Pilates Princess.
Girl, I'm about to judge you. Judging.
Mine has changed. We are not weepy nor sad. We are alternative metal heavy evening.
Oh, you've become me.
We've become you.
Because mine is rock on alternative metal evening. So I just got a few more words on top of it.
Here's some alternative metal, heavy, modern metal, not a phase, rock out, rock-ish, inspired by your listing.
Is that because we went to a concert?
We didn't, though.
Like 3 weeks ago, didn't we? It was on Thursday.
No.
No.
I went to a concert last Thursday.
No,
but I didn't listen to music. Anyway, we got Bad Omens and then Sleep Token and then Catch Your Breath and then, yeah. I can only click on heavy, modern metal or rock-ish, so I'm just going to go rock-ish.
I also have rock-ish.
Nothing more? Who are we also going to see? Voila, Bad Omens, Magnolia Park, MGK and Julia Wolf, Sleep Token, Evanescence, The Home Team, Jutes. You know what? 3 Days Grace.
Are we giving up on Daylist? It's not as exciting anymore.
I know.
It's like Spotify has lost whoever they fired last year, especially for the like wrapped list thing. They need to bring those people back or, pay them a lot more. Do both. Yeah.
Always both.
Yeah, always both. And like get them on these creative ideas that were so fun.
Yes, please.
When we first discovered them. Because now it hurts. What hurts
it's
the
not
most.
Us. Not at all.
No, it's not because we listen to the same shit over and over and over and over again.
It's not because I listened to Damocles, Caramel, and Emergence for 8 hours straight each day it came out. It's not that.
That doesn't drive algorithms at all. I don't know what you're talking about. God. We're a real hit.
We are. Didn't you know?
Yes. All right, let's get through this so I can get home and eat some lasagna.
Lasagna.
What's the cat again?
Garfield.
Aaron Garfield wants her lasagna.
Lasagna.
Because that's how you have to pronounce it phonetically.
Yeah.
Lasagna.
Wednesday.
Exactly.
Bananas.
This shit is
every
bananas.
Every time.
Bananas.
No, Bananas. That's how I spell it.
All right. So today's episode is dedicated to Erin thinking that she could be smart, but is not really smart, and everyone probably already knows this by now. We were just doing some researching on some companies that may or may not have got up to sketchy shit. Or
cool shit.
Or cool shit. Yeah, that too. Who knows? Or maybe they were forced to do it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I figured we'll give it a go here and Do you want me to go first?
Doesn't matter.
I'll go first.
Okay.
Because my research is so-so and I'm not me.
It's fine. I'm going to learn something, so that's all that matters.
So, I chose Mazda
Okay.
because I thought this was kind of a weird history, weird starting place. Mazda started out, can you guess what they started out making?
No, because I only know them for the cars.
Yeah, well, they apparently started out making corks.
Corks. Like
Corks.
to go in wine bottles?
Yeah, and cork products.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was like, I don't know.
A long time ago.
Yeah, before 1920.
Yeah.
They were making cork products, and then they moved into making machine tools. In 1920, Jujiro Matsuda took over a very iffy business located in Hiroshima.
Ha!
It was a cork factory at the time called Toyo Cork Kogyo Co. Limited. And yeah, they started actually, what a level up here. They started making compressed cork boards. I don't know what they needed all this cork for, but apparently it was a good
cork
time
would
for
be
cork.
Popular.
They're just corking on. I don't know.
Just corking on.
What a terrible pun. There was a really bad fire in 1925 where 70% of the plant burned down. So they were like, we should probably get out of this cork thing. And then they started going into making machinery.
There's
So it's like there's no connection there. They were just like, fire happened. We should not do this anymore because it's a hazard. Probably killed a bunch of people is my guess. And it's just a waste of money. Like, what do we need corks for, right? The Italians can handle that shit. And by 1927, the company was actually renamed Toyo Kogyo Co. Limited. I know they removed the word cork, so it's mind-blowing. And they built a new plant to make machine tools. In other words, the future Mazda went from cork to cutting tools before it ever even, considered
I would have
creating
never
a
known
car.
this.
Yeah, so just recapping, 1920,
Yeah.
the cork place, Toyo Cork Kogyo,
What happened?
was-
Flames.
yeah, it was founded in Hiroshima. They made cork and cork boards. Okay. 1925, huge fire. Ruins the place. All of the equipment. Well, most of it.
Yeah.
And Masuda decides that we're going to pivot and start making industrial machines that, don't catch on fire as easily.
Jesus.
They renamed themselves minus cork,
Mm-hmm.
shifting focus again into machine tools, including mills, presses, etc.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get to 1930, where they were like, we're making machines. Let's try and build a 250cc two-stroke motorcycle.
All right. Didn't
They
know Mazda made
literally
motorcycles.
only made 31
Okay, I was
of
gonna
these.
say, is this a thing that I don't know about?
A lot of people were like, these are faster than some of the, fastest existing
Yeah, at the time,
motorcycles that existed at the time. And they were quick enough to win a bunch of races, which was kind of cool. In 1931, Mazda launched the Mazda Go,
Okay.
which is hilarious. It's a 3-wheeled pickup truck. So essentially it was just a motorcycle with a cargo bed. Yeah.
All right.
So that was their very, very, very first vehicle. And again, it was basically a motorcycle with like a bed on the back, which is just sketchy as fuck
It looks
to me.
silly.
It looks pretty silly. Yeah, so they started off making motorcycles and then they moved to tractors.
Mm-hmm.
And an article...
Tractors.
Yeah, I know. Weird, eh? An article from 2021 notes that in its past, Mazda has produced motorcycles, tractors, and even a rotary-powered bus. It's like a different type of motor.
Okay.
Yeah. Not like a common motor. It's like you have combustion motors that are currently in most cars, but a rotary one is like, it's like a persistent rolling thing.
Yeah. I know there's one that has like a triangle thing.
Yeah. They called it the Mazda Parkway minibus. And it was made between 1972 and 1982.
Okay.
Which is wild. It's like, you think about it, like, we have such like North American vehicles, but if you go anywhere else in the world that way, there are so many different cars.
Yes.
And they're all usually tiny.
Yes.
Which is
tiny.
so cool. So World War II came around.
Ah, shucks.
We'll rewind a little bit here. And they had to kind of, I don't know.
Pivot again?
As a Japanese company in the 1930s and 40s, they were on Japan's side, obviously.
Yeah.
Or otherwise known as the Axis. And they were actually commandeered by the Imperial Army and Navy. And during World War II, they started to crank out military hardware and weapons. Okay. Most famously, the Type 99 Irisaka infantry rifle, where they produced over 30,000 units.
Holy shit.
It's insane. Yeah, Mazda history notes say that it was ordered by the Japanese Army and Navy to produce these things. So it's not like they really wanted to, but they had the machinery to do it, so they made them. So tragically, the 1945 atomic bombing of Hiroshima kind of obviously directly impacted the company, considering they were located in Hiroshima. 200 of Mazda's employees who were working on dismantling old buildings at the time were killed in that blast. So that took out a lot of their workforce. The strangest thing about this, though, is that the founder, Jujiro Matsuda, he survived the bombing by mere minutes.
Like he was like away?
Yeah. He was late to his barber and happened to be out of town at the moment like that was happening. So that's the only reason he survived. Otherwise he was if he wasn't late to the barber, he wouldn't have been late to work. And
yikes.
Yeah. Obviously, by mid-August of 1945, the war was considered over. Their company's military contracts were canceled and all began converting back to civilian goods.
I love that you say obviously. I know I learned about the world wars in school, but
well, it obviously ended.
I know you're like, obviously it was over in August of this year, and I'm like,
Sorry, yeah, I guess I'm too much of a World War nerd. By November 1945, the firm was cleared to switch its factories from weapon making back to peacetime products, and by December, it began building Mazda Go trucks again.
Okay.
So that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's quite the switch. You started with corks.
I know. We started with corks. We moved into like machinery.
Then
and this wasn't even before. This is even before they renamed to Mazda.
Yeah.
So lots of people were saying that Mazda was secretly building tanks.
Oh.
They were not. It was fine. So they come back after the war in the 50s and 60s. Surprisingly, they bounced back really well, making these 3-wheeled trucks.
So odd.
And then they decided that's pretty awesome. We'll add an extra wheel to these vehicles and start making cars. Their first passenger car was the tiny Mazda R360. This was the K car.
K car.
In the 1960s. Followed by, this is such a jump in name, the Carol.
The Carol?
Yep.
Aww.
We just named it Mazda R360. Cool. We made the next car called Carol in 1962. In other words, by mid-1960s, Mazda was actually finally an automaker.
Okay.
And not just a parts shop, which is cool. The very name Mazda appeared on that 1960 R360, even though the company didn't actually name itself that until 1984.
Oh, fuck.
So they pre-thought all of this shit through. Japan.
Ahead
of time. So they expanded globally in the 1970s, became known for small sporty cars and pickups, which is so like completely opposite realms of of cars, right? Like you've got like sporty cars and then you have pickup trucks.
Yeah.
Like
It'd be weird to be known for both.
Yeah, it's really, really weird. The Carol, by the way, was like a compact sedan-ish car, and it was really weird. They make such tiny cars, but they're such tiny people.
Yeah.
They also debuted the Cosmos Sport in 1967, which was the first car with Mazda's new called a Wankel rotary engine. Pretty weird. Okay. They say this it was a daring use of the Wankel rotary engine, and it became their trademark. Eventually, they won the Le Mans in 1991. But anyways, they make decent cars. Not bad for the fact that like within like a few years of a war, they just were like, no, we're just going to pivot now and start making cars and get really successful and
still be
worldwide.
successful now.
Yeah. So even today, they still make tractors, trucks, and buses with different partners.
Okay.
Well, actually, this was more known in the early 2000s, but they even make ambulances.
Oh.
Yeah. Pretty weird.
I have a fun Mazda fact.
Yeah, give me the Mazda fact.
Tanya's first car, when she got her first full-time job, she bought a brand new 1990 Mazda 323 GT DOHC 16-valve turbo 5-speed. It was $19,985.
What?
Yep.
Was your mom rich?
Don't know. But this was it. This was her little car.
Oh, it's little red.
Yep.
So
and
cute.
I've been in that car, actually, because it floated through the family. It never fucking left, and then it came back at one point.
You got to keep it. It was like almost $20,000.
The window tints like peeling. She's like, don't pick it. I'm like, but it's fun to pick.
The window tint.
Oh, it was so bubbly and blue.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's
I just
so
remember
awesome.
being like, do you know how to drive? Because she hadn't driven stick in forever.
Honestly, if you try to put me in a standard car, I'd probably fuck it up pretty good.
It's funny though. Her first car was red standard. Her car now is red and standard.
Never give up.
No, $19,000 in 1990.
That's $1 million.
That's so expensive.
That's so expensive. Was she crazy? Crazy?
Maybe.
Yeah.
She really wanted a car. Clearly.
Yeah, clearly. It's just like you and your little Hondas.
My little Honda.
Today, Mazda is best known for cars.
Mm-hmm.
Even now, it hints at non-automotive projects every once in a while.
Okay.
Do
Do they make robots?
Not that I read.
Okay.
No. Mazda's actually recently revived that rotary engine that it used to create, and they're using it as a range extender in some of their like hybrid cars.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah. So they're like, ooh, we can power an electric vehicle. Good stuff. They're also apparently exploring other uses for that rotary engine, including like mobile generators for emergency power and maybe even small airplanes. So they might be moving into aeronautics soon.
Jesus.
It's pretty crazy.
It's just all over the map.
Yeah. One quote from a Mazda engineer, they said they're thinking, not just for land transportation, and they want to find other values than just transportation in all this like stuff that they're developing. They're even thinking of putting them in small helicopters and planes, and they've had that kind of engine in the past. So they're like, maybe we can start creating these things. Why not? Anyways, the name Mazda, where does it come from?
Do tell.
It has nothing to do with Japanese gods. Okay, never mind. It actually does. It actually comes from two sources. Number one, Ahura Mazda, which is the ancient Persian god of light and wisdom.
Okay.
And obviously the founder, Jujiro Matsuda. It's their surname. So the company liked the double meaning. It symbolized light, enlightenment, and a nod to its founder's name. So it was like super like, we got to get on this. This is good branding. And obviously Japan is on it at the time. They're like, this is the boom of like the advertising world kicking in across the West anyways. So probably got over there at one point. Apparently there's also a company called Mazda Lamps.
Okay.
So they shared the name. But it's a separate story. If we're here, you wouldn't be able to really do that.
No, you can't do that.
No, it's not a good thing. So it's pretty crazy. In literally like a century of time, not even, they went from making cork.
The cork really throws me off.
To micro cars. And now they're doing like hybrid fucking power transmission, all this crazy shit.
That's a zoom zoom, right?
Yeah, zoom. I mean, every time you see one asshole drive by you stupidly or they're not driving fast enough, you say zoom zoom. Yeah, that was genius advertising on their part.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen a Mazda commercial in quite some time though.
No, I don't think they're making the effort.
Hyundai commercials. Wah, wah. I don't give a fuck about wah.
What does that mean?
Wah means na 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 na.
No, they're trying too hard.
Drives me nuts.
Too hard. Anyways, that is the weird backstory.
I would never have
chunks
known.
of Mazda.
Would never have known.
Me either.
That's really weird.
Honestly, just stumbled across a TikTok where the guy was like, "Did you know Mazda used to make corks?" And I'm like,
What?
"What?" And that's kind of what grew
Sparked.
this whole thing. Because there's
Interesting.
some sketchy shit out there.
Interesting.
Also, the history of Samsung too, but I'll save that for another day.
Okay. I know nothing. I know nothing. Ah!
Samsung's pretty crazy.
I bet. Are you ready for mine?
Do it.
I'm going to talk about Ball.
Say what?
Say what? The infamous mason jars.
Okay,
And
I gotcha.
aluminum cans now because apparently they no longer make the jars.
Yeah, I heard about that. People were very upset about that happening.
I don't know.
It's like a huge brand. People were like, I collect Ball mason jars.
I didn't know they stopped making them until I read this.
I knew. I'm in the right circles, clearly.
Yeah,
for
you're on the
canning
right
and
side of
jarring.
the internet. So originally the Ball brothers, Frank, Edmund, William, I think it's pronounced Lucius, and George.
That's a sick name.
I know. They're all like normal, and then there's this guy. Banded together in the late 1800s to make tin cans that were encased in wooden jackets, and they held things such as kerosene, paints, and varnishes.
Tin cans.
Yeah.
But had wood.
Yep.
Interesting.
So they noticed that, that the contents were very corrosive on the cans. So then they went, what about glass?
The magic glass.
And after only 6 years of being in business together, they opened their own glass jar manufacturing factory in East Buffalo, New York. So that's how they started.
Wow.
It didn't take long. In the late 1950s, early 1960s, the Ball Company started to take an interest in the space field.
Okay.
After the Soviets launched Sputnik in 1958, they decided it was only fitting to join the race to space. Quote on their timeline, because they also had a timeline.
Oh my God.
We got into the space field because it was the beginning of the biggest scientific effort in our nation's history. So Edmund, like the main dude, wanted the company to expand, whether that was through the quality of their products, implementing more modern manufacturing techniques, or implementing more modern manufacturing techniques. If I could read my own writing, that would be great.
Cool.
He thought the best way to see this forward was through research and development, and at the time it was more efficient to just buy a small company that was already doing that kind of thing rather than try and make his own.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So he started looking for places. There was a company called Stuart Cochran and Co. out of Chicago, and they'd worked with the Ball brothers in the past. They helped them acquire Chardon rubber for their products. I assume it's on like the seal.
Oh yeah, that would make sense. It's the inside of the cap. Yeah.
And they suggested the brothers invest in a small company located in Colorado that was making weighing devices for trucks. Edmund figured the devices could be useful in weighing batches of their glass jars and could ultimately improve production. The company was called Control Cells, and it was founded by Ed Stafford in 1953. They had developed a new type of scale that would weigh contents of trucks electronically rather than mechanically, using a control cell. Jade, what's a control cell? I don't fucking know. I didn't get that far. Ed had wanted to expand the use of their device to other industries, but he just lacked the funds, and the quality of their products just wasn't really there.
Yeah.
So the Ball Company set sent out a man named Art Gazer, I think that's how you pronounce that, to look more into the product. He consulted with scientists at the University of Colorado, and they agreed that the product wouldn't be that profitable, but the trip wasn't a complete waste because Art became intrigued in the scientists' work on creating a point control system for upper atmospheric studies.
Sure. Yeah. We just make mason jars.
Yeah, and then he goes,
Nope.
After the
Space.
university decided to stop manufacturing the point control systems, the scientists were focusing solely on research, and then the Ball Company reached out to hire several of them and brought them to control cells so that they could improve their scales. Shortly after, the brothers bought 3 lots in Boulder Industrial Park, built a $60,000 facility, purchased control cells fully, and made Ball Brothers Research Corporation official. This is where the Ball brothers dove headfirst into aerospace technology.
Sure. Yeah, we just went from let's just put stuff in glass jars to let's go to space. Yeah. This is relevant.
All of my research is also answering all of your questions. So you had asked, what products, technologies did they produce? What did they make today? So yeah, in the beginning, they focused on developing point controls and launch services, but this work ended up leading to a wide variety of space technology components for satellites, aerospace vehicles, and the specialized facilities where they could all be developed and tested. Specifically, they developed a NASA system that would use the sun to help satellites orient themselves, and then they created a series of orbiting solar observatory spacecraft to watch our star's 11-year solar cycle from the space agency.
Sure. What? Glass jars to space.
Just wait. They also created the mirror system used in the James Webb Telescope.
No freaking way.
They constructed the Kepler Space Telescope.
Why don't they have their branding on all this? I'd be like, I gotta buy your jars.
And they repaired the flawed mirror that was aboard the Hubble telescope.
That's freaking insane.
They also had a part in the Joint Polar Satellite, also known as the NOAA-20, which was launched in 2017 and is collecting data for civil and military weather forecasting, storm tracking, and climate monitoring.
Of course.
Monitoring.
Why not?
What the fuck?
They're just all over the map there.
The thing that drew me in was just glass jars in space, and I was reading and I was like, the telescopes.
The telescope.
I like the telescope.
The space. Thanks for those telescopes, Ball.
A different side of things. You asked if there was ethical controversies and stuff. Mm-hmm. I couldn't find anything other than that they didn't fund animal testing for their products because it's a fucking glass jar, but they what is it called, they supported a charity that brought funds into a company that did animal testing. So they supported Wings for Life, which is a Red Bull charity, but they did thank you PETA for the graphic.
Oh, they're always on that.
I was like,
graphic.
Thanks for telling me exactly what they did. So essentially, the animal testing that they supported was horrific spinal cord injuries.
Oh my god!
And I was like, oh, fun. So did I write down the year? I think in 2020, they were like, okay, we're done. And PETA was like, yeah. And then they wrote the article about it. So they no longer support Wings for Life.
Oh.
And they were one of their
biggest supporters.
Yeah.
So, rip.
That was good.
Maybe don't support animal testing if you want money from big corporations.
So back in 2023, Ball Corporation actually sold their aerospace vision to BAE Systems so they could focus on their aluminum packaging products and sustainability initiatives.
That's it? We just were we're done with this now.
Yeah.
Bye-bye, science.
And they, they
going
stopped.
Back to aluminum.
Yeah. They started with tin. They went to glass. They said, no more glass. They sold theirs. I wrote down when they sold it. Where did it go? What? Oh, they sold the remaining interest they had in the Ball Foster Glass Company in 1996 to Groupe Saint-Gobain. But yeah, and then I can't remember when it was, but they just were no more glass.
It's fine.
And
whatever.
then they were focusing on aluminum, and then they made these aluminum cups that they were going to try and, I guess, sell at all the stadiums for sporting events and stuff.
Oh, yes, I have seen those.
And that was a thing, and then they sold that, and
yeah, because that's actually a thing at stadiums now.
Yeah, so they sold the rights to that, and now they're just
chilling off the money,
working on more things. And that's all I got.
That's insane.
I was like, you did what?
See, we're learning. We're learning things. It was a good topic.
I know. I don't get it. Here, I'll find it. I put all the links in my note because I was so smart. Let me scroll down their timeline.
That's pretty crazy. They just were like, let's go to space. Let's
Literally.
do space stuff.
In 2010, they were the largest supplier of aluminum slugs in the world.
Sure. Whatever that means.
It looks, I don't know what it is.
Oh no, I know what it is. It's like they like compress aluminum into like stuff that people can. You sell it off as a.
Do you like melt it?
Yeah,
it looks like a
They're
puck.
they're called slugs because they're just like they pre-press aluminum and then they sell that off too.
They in 2019 they did the innovative lightweight aluminum ball cup. In 2020,
I remembered that.
They partnered with Kroenke Sports and Entertainment to do like a first of its kind partnership to advance sustainability in the sports and entertainment, including the naming rights for Ball Arena, home to the NBA's Denver Nuggets, NHL's Colorado Avalanche, and NLL's Colorado Mammoth. 2021, James Webb Telescope. 2024, they shift to an all-in on aluminum business approach and divest its aerospace business to BAE Systems. 2025, they sold their cup assets and formed a strategic joint venture that will accelerate the continued development and growth of the aluminum cup category. The future, the product of our dreams. And that's where their timeline is right now.
That's so cute. I learned so much.
Like what?
That's so wild.
Corks to cars and tin jars with wood to space telescopes.
That I can't wrap my head around. Like wood tin jars. Like
shout out to Art.
Yeah, honestly.
For like even thinking, let's contact some scientists to see about this weighing system.
Yeah, and then it's like, then we'll just,
shout out to those scientists for making another weighing system for space.
Other things and space, and then eventually telescope parts, and that's freaking insane.
So crazy.
The jump.
Yeah.
The leaps, the bounds.
It's crazy.
These folks. So wild.
Very wild.
Well, we hope you guys learned something.
I'm sure someone learned at least one thing.
You had to at least know something now.
Even if it was that we got tattoos.
Enjoy that news. Or maybe you skip over all of our personal junk and go straight to the facts.
Fine.
That's great. Give backs?
Give backs?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Animals by Anne Boleyn.
I don't think I know this song.
You don't. You won't.
Okay.
Anne Boleyn is a very old band that just came back together to release an album.
Oh. Is this an old song or a new song?
This is a new song.
Okay.
Off their new album.
I just clacked my teeth so hard.
And the album is good.
Mm-hmm.
I've listened to it so far. It's definitely a callback to a little bit of what they were way back when. I remember listening to them when I was probably late teens. Very heavy into them. But I'm only considering buying the vinyl because it is so pretty. I love it so much and I want it, but I'm like, you don't have anywhere to put this. But maybe soon I will have somewhere to put it because I can have a whole wall display
of two.
Of two.
Well,
I have a bunch of older albums
cool.
from my dad. He's given me like all the Beatles and all that shit.
Heck yeah.
AC/DC and a few other things. So
what did my mom give me? She gave me a
Fleetwood Mac.
Fleetwood Mac.
That's older than you are.
Heck yeah, it is.
Of course it is, but it's still
I don't know any of the songs on it.
It's Fleetwood Mac. You can put it on, you just vibe.
There was there's
Why is my hood inside out?
I don't know. Mine is Better Than I Know Myself by Delwater Gap.
Have I heard this? I don't think
probably
I've heard
not.
this. Probably
I Am Sad. Don't get me wrong, I loved Royal Otis and Circle Away was okay, but not my vibe for Halsey. But Delwater Gap was also touring with her, so I'm sad that they weren't on our stop.
Yeah, there was another touring artist, wasn't there?
Oh, there's like at least
or a few
8.
that I would have really don't get me wrong. I'm sorry that I wasn't really paying attention, but honestly, the treble was just way off in my opinion. Like I couldn't hear a majority of the songs. I knew they were good, but it's like if I can't hear what you're singing about, it makes
you're not going to be
drops
intrigued.
my attention so hard.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's awesome. I have to listen to that though. That's it, folks. I always say this. That's it, folks.
I know. Every time I write one, I'm like, what can I say this time?
That's it. That's the end for this week. Companies are always up to kind of like sketchy shit. In this case, going from making little tiny products to like
massive
products, pretty insane. Yeah, we're only interested in it because, you know, we can talk about it on the pod and go, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, otherwise I'm not researching glass jars.
Yeah, that's like, why would you ever be like, I'm gonna sit and research glass jars for half an hour?
Exactly.
We'll do this stuff for you and condense it all into like an hour and a half or whatever length of these things are, and you can keep listening. So thanks again for being with us this week. Hopefully you're not melting. Hopefully you're not freezing either, because that'd be really weird.
Hopefully you had a good long weekend.
Yeah.
If you're in Canada.
Yeah. Enjoy that Canada Day vibe. Mm-hmm. If you hate Canada Day, well, please enjoy the day off at least. Come on.
To the Americans, your long weekend is in a couple days when this comes out, I think. So
that's usually a week after ours.
Have fun.
Because, you know, that bullshit's scheduled so hard. Anyways, thanks again. I mean, you guys could participate just like a little bit more, but you know,
be like Max.
How, you ask? How? Well, you could share this podcast on all of the social medias. Okay. We know you're doom scrolling after work. Like, you can't fool me. I know you're on your phone so much more than you're like, but it says my screen times. No, we know you're there. Anyway, just like everybody else, right after work, you could just hit that little I don't know, it's like an airplane, little like sendy button, and just be like, I'm gonna throw this in my stories and say, hey, I listen to these guys, they're pretty cool. Shares. It's free.
Exactly.
You love us, and again, it's free, so that's cool. We'll even accept blank emails. We're not desperate. I swear we're not desperate.
Listen, it's really nice to get a little notification when it's like, someone commented on this. It's really fun. It's nice little serotonin.
Yep, little serotonin boost, a little bit of facts, a little bit of fun times.
Fun times.
Anyways, that's it. I'm gonna stop talking soon. I'm gonna give myself a headache. Whenever, wherever you are. We hope you have an excellent rest of your week. I hope you had a great long weekend, and stay unapologetically you. Bye-bye.